art. Now, we're going to be practicing in our sketchbooks before we actually get the tag art paper, just because I only have enough for every student to get one tag art paper. So, crayons and markers are the only two materials that you can, in pencil, that you can use on these tag arts. We can't use paint sticks, we can't use oil pastels, we can't use anything other than crayons and markers. I have an example you can do if you do not have an idea in your head. So this idea is something that you can all use if you want to. I use crayons and markers to add it, but again, if you have an idea in your head and you want to create it on your own, that's fine. So I'm going to be doing oranges. So I'm going to be using the orange, the brown, and the green marker to draw this out, and then I'm going to use the crayons to color it in. So the two oranges we're going to do, one that's a circle, and then we have the half orange, so it's a smiley face with a line. Now, this is a slice, so I'm going to copy this curve I did, and this is the only part I'm coloring in with my marker. Now, if you want to use markers to color this all in, that's fine. I just chose to use the dark markers to outline and then the lighter crayons to color it in. So the inside obviously has these slices, and then I'm just going to add a few little dots to my orange. Okay, so then I'm going to add the stem. Again, I'm not coloring it in with these. And then the leaves. I always say frowny face, connect with a smiley face. And then diagonal lines. And then I did another leaf kind of on the ground. So now I do have a line that's going to go behind here, so I'm going to use my pencil to draw that out because I don't use the marker. I kind of make sure that my orange is sitting on here. So I just drew it with my pencil because I'm going to use my crayons to fill in the background. If you want to do all one color background, I really like the blue around my oranges. If I was going to do again, I probably would do blue all the way around. But again, this is an idea that you may use if you can't think of anything to draw it out. But I do want you to practice it in your sketchbook because, again, once you get your paper, you're only allowed to have one of the tag art papers. I cannot give you multiple since everybody in 5th grade does it. So I'm just going to take the time and add some color. Okay, so I've added my color. You can see I decided to do all the blue around it. And if you're not using markers, I mean, crayons are great. You can see I used the 3 oranges to kind of give a shadow on one side of my oranges to give it a little bit more dimension. I actually used the 2 greens just to make my leaves look a little better. And then obviously the 2 blues to add a little more color to the background. Now, your goal is to color in really well. I don't want to see any, you know, kindergarten colors where they're scribbling. So, I mean, the scribbling is one thing. That's scribbling, but I'm making it dark enough where you don't see a lot of white space. Unfinished artwork will not be submitted. Anything that is not colored in well will not be submitted. Anything that is too light or used in pencil and not added color will not be submitted. This tag art does have a lot of rules that I have to follow and that you have to follow. So, but it's really cool when you get to see your art printed on something like the front of your car and it driving around town. So take the time to do your coloring is the most important part too, to give it those colors and colors that are opposite of the color wheel, things that are complementary, blue and orange are complementary. Stand out really well. So take your time and do your best because again, certain pieces that don't follow the rules will not be able to be submitted.